yet people commit it. A virtue brings happiness, yet a peoples avoid it. So it's important to understand the process of sign and the virtues. Even knowing that a sign brings sufferings, a liberation is still a difficult. Even knowing that the virtue brings happiness, access is still a difficult. So there's definitely some confusions in the process of sign and virtue, where people get lost and confused. First, no one commit a sign knowing it's a sign. They never have. The one who recognizes a sign as sign immediately stops their hands. A person commits a sign only after recognize it as a virtue. Even when you do evil, you do it believing it's God. Evil is hidden behind the juice of God. So don't wait until you realize that evil is evil. That evil brings a suffering, and then you will be free. You must discover that evil hidden within your views of God. You must search when you haven't even looked. Your anger is hidden behind a juice of compassion. Your violence is hidden behind the juice of non-violence. Your lust has donned the cloak of celibacy, and your falsehoods has learned the words of truth. Your ignorance speaks the language of scholarships. The devil has found no place to escape. He has hidden in the idols of temples. You cannot see him there because you go there is to seed God. You go there with a base. Your eyes are already filled with preconceived notions. There is no better place for a devil to escape than the temple and mosque. And the ignorance has no better refuge than the scriptures, and it is ego needs to hide itself forever than humanity. Humility alone is a strong wall. The ego hides within that strong fortress. No one has ever committed a sign knowing it to be a sign. Sign is committed knowing it to be something else. Therefore, a real question of sign is not about the act but about the understanding. The mistake lies in your knowing, not in your doing. If the knowing becomes a strong, a correct and accurate, the doing will be transformed. A right will be lead you to be a right conduct. Therefore, anyone who tells you to give up a sign is wasting time, both his and you. You have never grasped a sign. You only cling to virtue. If someone tells you not to do evil, you will laugh. You will say you never do evil. It happens. That another matter. We always do good. We being with good, but in the end we end up with evil. That's our misfortunate. Before delving into these principle, first, the revolutions in life is revolutions of understanding, not of action, because that where the fundamental mistake is occurring. You are mistaken in your knowledge, you are mistaken in your awareness. Second, sin tempts you. Why? For century a man has knowing, all man have experienced it, but it inevitably proves one thing: sin has led a people to deep suffering. Even time the result is suffering. You have committed violence, you have been angry when you have found happiness. You were greedy, you were jealous, you were envious. When did happiness ever run down? There must be even a little experience that support you. All experience contradict you, yet you don't listen to them. There must be a deeper conspiracy somewhere. A sign tempts with happiness. Happiness never brings, it only attempts. You know that a sign has never brought happiness, but temptations that where you forget. Experience is suffering, but temptation has no end. A temptation is just an empty promise. Science says it didn't happen this times, it will happen next time. Science says it didn't happen today, 1,000 things went against it. It will be happens tomorrow. People prevented it from happening. I had made all the arrangements, but the timing wasn't favorable. Fat and the density didn't support. Circumstance turned unfavorable. The wind started blowing in the opposite directions. I launched that boat at the right time, in the right direction. It's not my fault. It will be happen tomorrow. At the right opportunity, in the right session, choose the right time, the right time, the right rituals, and start again. The art of sign is that whenever sign lose, it blames others and it's repeatedly defends itself against the temptations. So a person who has a habit of blaming to others will never be free from sign, because that is science a defense a mechanism. A sign always point out something else, saying, look, this is the reason for the obstacles. If these obstacles hadn't existed, you would have been victorious today. The kingdom was yours. Sign doesn't take the blame, and the person who have become a deeply accommodated to shifting the blame onto others will never be free from sign. There is no way to do so. So whenever you make a mistake, whatever the coincidence, a blame, it all one your own mistakes. Then the assurance will be a cut off. Then the temptations will be removed. Then sign will be seen clearly, and sign will not be able to deceive you. You will not be able to trick you. The experience of sign is of sorrow, but the temptation is always of happiness. A sign keeps calling. It's create a great rainbow. If you get close, you won't find anything. It's a mirage. It's a deception from afar. But from a distance, a deception seems beautiful. If you go near the rainbow, all the colors will disappear. They have they has happened every time you went near a sign and the color were lost. You found darkness. You you didn't find any lights. Then you move away. The temptation took hold. Then the color started appearing. There is a color in the distance. The drum of distance are pleasant.